Hey, this is John again with SmartDots. We're going to go ahead and show you our internal servicing. We're going to go ahead and remove the seal, check all of our circuit boards, and make sure the connections are nice and tight. Now in these Husqvarna 4 and 500 series motors, you're just going to go ahead and remove these 14 screws, open her up, and we're going to break the connection between the motherboard and the upper chassis just to get her out of the way. Now as you can see here, this water seal goes all the way around, and it's the most important part of this internal servicing because you don't want any internal moisture to damage these circuit boards or any of these other parts. We're going to go ahead and take it out, and then anything we get inside we'll go ahead and clean out of here. Now every time we make sure we use a brand new seal. We put it flush all the way around. Perfect time to clean out these areas which get dirty. They're away from the seal, so they're able to have things like spiders and little pieces of grass get in here. At this time, we're going to go ahead and check all of our internal connections. When opening these up, you might make it a little bit loose. These sound good. They look good. Now all these back here, you also want to make sure your boards aren't loose. The screws are on nice. So everything in here seems to be in order. This is a perfect time to check and make sure any of your boards don't need updates. On this particular mower, we have a 3G board, so we're going to go ahead and replace it with a 4G board. And right now we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. The two things you need to know about when replacing a board is always use an electrostatic bracelet and make sure that the card is facing upward. On these particular connections, this notch must line up with this arrow. Go ahead and place it flush, press it down. Now we're connected. So go ahead and put these screws in and make sure you use a nice low torque. Now that we've changed that board, we'll go ahead and make this connection. And we're going to screw these screws in a diagonal opposite pattern so that this plastic isn't leaning any type of way. Now we always do this, but especially since we've got a new board in there, we're going to go ahead and plug it up to the computer and give it a firmware update so it's got the latest and greatest. Now what I mean by diagonal pattern here is I'm going to go ahead and screw these screws in opposite directions of each other. And what that's going to do, it's going to keep the chassis from going askew in any one direction. Now this is a service you can do yourself, but we highly recommend you take your mower to SmartDots or your local dealer so they can make sure that your internals are on par, your firmware is updated, and that none of your cards need to be upgraded to the latest greatest. Now if you found this Automower how video useful, please like, subscribe, and share to SmartDots Robotic Solutions for more.